circle is a shape that calls a conversation where all voices may be heard. To call the circle, you need people who are willing to gather to solve a problem and also willing to observe a gentle social structure of participation. The circle creates a leader in every chair by inviting input on any given issue. The Circle Way is an opportunity for human beings to call forward the best of who they are and how they interact with one another. There are a variety of situations to activate a circle. For example, it could be used to redirect a project team, focus a community forum, or even assist the decision-making of a corporate board of directors.
You begin to prepare yourself to hold the space for a different kind of conversation. And then you have to set out a clear invitation. And what that means is the circle begins when you have the idea to do something differently.
When the idea for a circle arises, there is a reason for calling people together. And so a person who actually does the calling, sends out the invitation, organizes the place, the time, etc., is the host of the circle.
When we're sitting around each other, it's very, very helpful to put something tangible and visible in the center.
We put something in that space so that as we are all sitting facing it, we are actually looking at, and the focal point has something of significance that's related to the circle's intention.
Put something in the middle so that people know why they're gathered. And when their minds wander and challenges come into the circle, their eyes can rest. Ah, that's really why I'm here.
Oftentimes people will bring objects to the circle process, and one of the ways you check in is everyone puts that object in the middle with a little story of why it has meaning for them. How do you know when the circle starts? Because there's a social level of conversation going on that needs to shift so that we're listening differently in circle. A start point is simply a way of getting everybody to sit down, pay attention, and read a poem, take a breath, sing a song. It doesn't matter, whatever's appropriate to the setting. It creates a kind of a way for us to attach to the purpose, the intention, the invitation, and say, now we're shifting. We're not in social space, we're going to go into circle space. We're about to tell each other something about who we are and why we showed up here. We need to know how we're going to be listened to once we break open our own voice of story. There are 4 basic generic agreements in the Circle Way that can be adapted into the language of any group. But this provides the basic safety structure, that what we say in circle is held in confidence unless you have permission of the speaker. That you can ask for what you need and offer what you can. That we listen to one another with compassion and curiosity. And that we agree to observe the pause, to find some way in circle that we stop and take a breath, listen to our own internal things, and then come back to what's happening in the group. Once the center is in place and people have spoken or listened to the agreements, then everybody wants to say hello. So check-in is hello. Here's why I said yes to the invitation. Here's what I have to offer. Here's what I'm excited about. Here's what I'm nervous about. It's just a way to get every voice in the room. Sometimes it can be very fast, and sometimes if you want, you can slow it down, ask a more profound question, and give people a longer time to answer.